Yes, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Stephen Howson, joining you live from Doha. I'm at the media centre. Apologies if the sound isn't perfect. Hopefully, I'll try and figure out what we're going to do for the next ones going forward. Hopefully, we'll get something that actually links up to the computer. I've just got back from the game. Me and Joel was actually at the England game, and I can anticipate all of the comments coming my way over this one. But I had the opportunity to go to the game, so Joel got me tickets, and off to the game we go. You will have to watch the vlog to figure out why and what has actually happened. But it turned out that, obviously England have just racked up a shitload of goals. One second, I'm just making sure that this is live. England obviously rack up a shitload of goals. You get Marcus Rashford on the score sheet. That's obviously a bonus. And it was a lot closer game than I think people are going to want to admit that it was, in all honesty, because it was, well, it was a hell of a lot closer, wasn't it? Gonna tweet, Ronnie. So obviously Saka scores twice. You have Raheem Sterling finding the score sheet. You have Rashford and Grealish adding the extras a little bit later on. I got a couple of crazy stats for you though, right? And obviously Jude Bellingham. I was going to talk about Jude Bellingham in a little bit more detail. A couple of crazy stats for you. England only had 7 shots on target and scored 6 goals from it. Do you know how rare that is? It's extremely rare. And I wonder how much Iran's keeper going off early doors had a massive impact on that. Because, to be honest with you, I think it had a bit of an impact on it. Now, they get the win, they get a right load of goals scored. But the other stat is the XG was only 2.1 to 7. Sorry, it's 2.1 to 1.7, which means the game was way closer than the 6-2 scoreline is going to suggest it is. 2.1 to 1.7. I mean, you're looking at echoey, so I do apologise. Ryan, thought you don't like England. I don't like England. I don't support England. I know people are going to be like, well, you're wearing a shirt. One, it's an absolute bomb-ass shirt, right? So allow it. And two, like, I've got a Brazil shirt, a Portugal shirt, a fucking Argentina shirt. I don't support any of them either. As I said to you all in the first place, I'm out here supporting all the United players, and I saw one of them score a goal today. So I'm coming away pretty happy with that. Martin says Jude was mint, United need to get him. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Jude Bellingham needs to be a Manchester United player. That was a dominant performance from him today. That was a mature performance. For me, he was the best player on the pitch, and it wasn't even close. No one else was even coming in the same sort of stratosphere as him. He was unbelievable. I don't think I could egg it up enough. I'm nervous, if that makes sense. Even though the opportunities were probably there for him late on in the game. Norfolk and Good says, Maguire, thoughts, Steve, 3-word. Just isn't good. Or not good enough. One of those. Ralph says Maguire was quite good. How? Jay says you didn't do a video on why you hate Brazil or Germany. Well, no one expects an English fan to support Germany or Brazil, do they? But people do expect, and as you've seen from the comments, quite a lot of people don't quite understand it. So therefore, the reasoning behind it was because people constantly ask about it. But it's not unique, and it is something that a lot of Manchester United fans sort of agree with or completely align with. So it's not that crazy. Max says, I'm scared Liverpool will go out for Bellingham. Liverpool changing ownership, as they're now for sale, might throw a spanner in the works for that one. And I hope it does. He's got to be a United player. Colin says, thoughts on Shaw's performance, very likely to get 5 assists or more. I thought going forward he was bright, yeah, and obviously he's shown that by getting an assist registered. But I still think defensively he was lacking. There was a couple of moments where Iran actually got in, and it was coming down through Luke Shaw's side. Thoughts on Wales versus USA? We'll be watching that in a little bit. I think if any of them have got... England's benefit is the midfield's very good. If any team has got a midfield that's a good midfield, and then they've got a good attack on top of that, they could get at England if they've got no fear. Wales, they're just not beating England. USA, To be honest, I don't think they'll touch England either. But they could. They could do something where if England don't hit at the races, they could. And if Maguire's injured, not that I think Maguire's any good anyway, but if Maguire's injured and you're left with Dyer as your first choice centre half, I don't, you know what I mean? Danny says Maguire was quite good because the English commentator said so. There you go. That's the highlight. Steve, if there's ever a goal to highlight Maguire's scanning, it's there first. Yeah, he doesn't do it. How are we finding Qatar so far? We're doing a lot of walking, and we've been well busy. So we're just running around all over the gaff. Notch, check your DMs on Twitter because there's a little present in there for you. You don't. Was meeting Trezeguet, Mint. Yeah, Ronnie, did you get a reply off your sister?
Yeah.
What's she saying? So Ronnie's sister's called Trezeguet after, would you believe it, David Trezeguet. So obviously we took a picture and sent it on to him. If you've not seen what I'm on about, have a look in the vlog. Notch has already sorted it. Happy days. El says, Steve, make more vlogs. Really enjoyed the last one. Well, there's a vlog coming tomorrow from today's game and a little bit of what happened yesterday. So we was caught up in some of the scenes that happened at the stadium yesterday. So if you want to see what happened there, have a look at that. Viniac says, Iran has some very good players. England made them look average. I think a lot of it's down to how good the midfield is. Really do. Colin says it's a good kind of busy. Make sure you enjoy yourself. I might get a little bit of downtime. So tomorrow tea time, I'm flying to Dubai. I'll be like 30 hours or so in Dubai. So I will hopefully have a little bit of downtime because I've only got something to do for about an hour in Dubai. Now, obviously, I'll be staying over there too. So, you know, one of those, innit? 25 minutes added time. Yeah. In the first half, I got it. Obviously, you had the goalkeeper injury, but what happened in the second half? Yeah, there was the VAR decision, but it wasn't quarter of an hour, was it? Oh, my God. Sam says, atmosphere looked like a pre-season friendly at best. 100%. I couldn't hear the England fans. I was above where most of the Iranian fans was. I think it was kind of like to the left was Iran fans, to the right was England fans. We was kind of in a section that was a little bit mixed, but over the Iran sort of side. And yeah, there's more atmosphere in my fucking hotel room. Yeah. Danny says, how much will Dylan Levitt cost after this tournament? Oh, I hope he has a good tournament, to be honest. Proves United wrong in selling him so cheap. It's an absolute fucking travesty the amount of cash he went for. I hope he has... honestly, I don't think he'll play. But I hope he plays. But I don't think he'll play. What's my thoughts on the One Love armband not being allowed? It's bullshit, innit? They should have just done it. Stephen says, Steve, you are a bit of a hypocrite for wearing an England shirt. Why? I bought a football shirt. It's not the only football shirt. I wore a Gaza shirt at the last World Cup. It's a nice shirt. It's a nice shirt from the first World Cup that I watched. That's it. I also have the 98 Ronaldo shirt because it's a fucking banging shirt. Like, I'm not sitting here telling you I support England because I don't. That would make me a hypocrite. But I don't. Abhinav says it's mad that Argentina is playing at 1 in the afternoon. Are they tomorrow, Argentina? I think they are Argentina, yeah. Yeah, there's... from now, I think it's now 4 games a day, I think. Yeah. Camera angle was awful. You couldn't even see the fans. My angle was awful. I was basically sat on the roof, and you had to walk up there as well. It was just a big windy ramp kind of thing, like at the San Siro. Ralph says today's America's first World Cup game in 3,100 days. We don't win today, we won't qualify. Yeesh. B. Hugh has a Maguire. Steve has a Maguire agenda. No, Steve has a centre halves have to be fucking better than he is agenda. So yeah, okay. So taking the knee is allowed, but the One Love armband isn't. This is fucking bullshit then, isn't it? Simple as that. Colin, have I talked to Rio and am I looking forward to telling him how overrated they are? he is going to lose his shit with me because he's going to come in here steaming, absolutely buzzing, fucking throwing out fingers all over the gaff. And he's going to be like, yes, fucking smashed him. And then I'm going to hit him with the truth that you had 7 shots on target. The XG was 2.1 to 1.7. The goalkeeper went off, which probably led to at least a couple of the goals. Maguire is shit. And they're probably not going to do anything at this tournament again. And he's going to have a fucking proper Mardy lip with me and not talk to me for the rest of the night. Stephen McGuinness says you openly dislike England. It's not fucking changed. It hasn't changed. If you see my reactions to things that was going on in the stadium, you also wouldn't have fucking changed. And honestly, I don't give a fuck what you think. So how about that? ETH says, can't believe people think Maguire is back after beating Iran. I can't believe they think he's back after watching him play. I don't think Sterling did anything apart from, well, he scored, didn't he? But he didn't. I don't think he really contributed a lot. I thought he was very anonymous. I think Marcus would have been a better choice off that left-hand side than he would have been. Manish says, why is England midfield so bad with headers? Rice and Bellingham losing aerial duels in the middle with some short players. I didn't notice that, actually. I have to go back and have a look at that. Dan says, Steve, thoughts on the Wilson assist for Grealish instead of going in for himself? Unselfish in a game where everyone else scored by the strikers. You can say it's the wrong decision, but you don't know what he was thinking about, or whether he thought he was off balance, whether he just thought he was in a better position and went with the easy thing. Chris says, am I in Qatar for the entire tournament? I mean, the Gerrard agenda is so respectable. What did I say in that? I'm pretty sure I can guess, but what did I say in that? How do you get the shirt? I got mine off Classic Football Shirts. Anand says, am I going to watch the game of the day, Senegal versus Netherlands? It's on right there. Right there. So, someone's heading the way a little bit at the moment, but I can see 15 minutes, 38, 39, 40. That's how long it's gone on that game. What colour underpants am I wearing? They're green. England has the most complete squad. I completely disagree with you on that one, but that's one of those. Jack says, you wouldn't say you hate City but wear the shirt because it's nice. No, it's not, but it's international football and I don't support an international football team. Hence, I've got a handful of international football shirts. I don't wear United shirts, but I do wear international football shirts because I like them, especially retro ones. Why go to Qatar if I'm not in the stadium? I'm here working, for one, and for two, I was in the stadium. I was at the stadium. I mean, have a look at my Instagram. You'll see me and Joel inside the stadium. This is... It's literally the view from where I was inside the stadium. How many different shirts have I got with me? About 8. I'm still looking to get a couple more as well. I want a Ghana one because I ordered one. It didn't arrive in time for me leaving, and I want the South Korea shirt as well, the away one. And I couldn't find that before I left. Notch says, try and find the Italy shirt. Don't think they're selling them, Notch, at the moment. Gershom says, I hope Messi wins the World Cup just to piss Ronaldo. If you've not seen it already, go and check out my preview. I actually think that's the way it's going to go down. I think he's going to beat him in the final. Am I allowed duty-free in my room? I don't think they sell alcohol in supermarkets. I certainly haven't seen any alcohol in supermarkets. Andy Harp says, 60,000-seater stadium, only 43,000. Did it seem empty? I don't know how there's an extra 17,000 seats in there, to be honest. No, they seem to stand around, seem to be doing fuck all, and I mean a lot. Our apartment is up there where the final is, and there hasn't been a game there yet, and there are literally just kind of like stewards just hanging around. Like, so I've been going for a run in the morning, there is nothing happening for hours each day, and there's nothing happening for miles around, and there are people kind of stewarding the streets, and there are thousands of police all over the place just hanging around. It seems like they've just poured money into that sort of thing to help keep things moving. There's a little bit of a drama with my ticket. I think it's to stop touting, which is probably a good thing, was definitely a good thing. I had my ticket on the FIFA app, and it says it would appear on the match day. The wording's wrong because it needs to say go to the gate and the ticket will activate, because what had happened is you don't get the barcode for your ticket until you enter. So yeah, that was what I sort of predicted, I think, in my preview video, that it was going to be a big one for Bellingham, and I think that'll be the case. Off topic, thoughts on Paddock performance this weekend gone. I watched the clips this morning. I thought they were very good. Didn't really allow a lot of shots. Conceded from a set piece again, not happy with that, but nothing I can do for the next month. ETH says he never had to defend, and the one time that he did, he gets caught out and they score. Some people are blind. Yep. Manish says England attackers seem so selfish at times. Don't try and pass a simple ball, and rather try to dribble 2 or 3 players and end up intercepted or blocked. Which games do I have ticket to? At the moment, that's the only one. So that is the only one. I am hopeful. I'm waiting on an answer back for Brazil-Serbia, which is Thursday. And I know there are some games in the works, but I just don't know where they are and when they are yet. Who do I think wins Wales versus USA? I think it'll be USA. Pretty sure it'll be USA. Ed says, I want to see Rashford lifting the World Cup, scoring the winning pen in the final. Wow, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? I've said Netherlands only have 1 van in the team. It is a disgrace. Righty, I'm going to wrap it up there, but cheers for tuning in as usual. 5 things we learned will be out in the morning, as well as all sorts of other stuff that's coming out there as well, including a vlog. So I'll see you in the next one. Laters.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, 5-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.